Hey, what's up, guys? Zoo here on the new TLP server in Everquest. The Phinny server, or I think it's Phinigel. Let's just call it. I don't know how to say that mob's name. It's basically named after a mob in Kedge Keep. But anyway, I was streaming the server last night, and I've been playing on it a little bit. I got a level 6 shaman here, and I was getting a lot of questions about what the server is, what makes it different from the other TLP servers. For anyone who doesn't know, TLP is on EverQuest Live. You need to be, paying subscriber to play on these servers, but they're time lock progression. And what that means is when they first launch, they just have EverQuest Classic enabled, and depending on different things, they release the expansions. Now, what's different about this one is a couple things. Each expansion is going to be released every 3 months. So in 3 months, regardless of what's done on the server, QNARC will be released. So 3 months after that, Velius. So they're just going to do it like that. Another thing that's unique to this server is it's supposedly a no-box server, meaning you can't use... They figured out a way to make third-party tools that people use to run multiple characters at once. They found a way to make that not possible. So you have to either have multiple computers set up running multiple accounts to box, or you play one character. I think what they're going for is they want you to play one character. Now, is this really a classic experience? I'm gonna say no, it's not. So there's still a lot of things from the current EverQuest game that are on this server. I mean, there's some items that drop that definitely were not in Classic, and also there's things like the station or the Daybreak store where you can buy XP potions and other novelty items to make yourself look cooler. There's also soul binders are available, which I didn't know. I just found out last night when I ran all the way from Hollis to out here to Jife with no bind, and then I was shouting out for bind, and people were like, just use the soul binder, and I was like, oh, because I didn't expect they would be in the game, but they are. So there's soul binders, there are maps, there is no... You're automatically max sense setting right from the get-go. You definitely seem to run faster. Like, I feel like the regular run speed is what Classic would be with Spirit of the Wolf, but I'm not positive, but it definitely seems faster. Now, boats, I think, are there. They did put them back in, but the translocators are also there, so you can just port. So if I run over to Butcher Block, I can just port over to Ocean of Tears and then port over to Freeport. People do seem to be selling in the tunnel. XP overall seems surprisingly slow. Like, slower than you would think. Like, slower than, I remember it on, like, P99. Is this guy gonna kill this thing? Yeah, let's kill it while we do this. So, yeah, the basic thing with this server is that it is, supposed to be a no-box server. because I guess there were a lot of complaints on the other TLP servers about people just running armies of characters and that kind of thing. Now, after playing it for, I don't know, I've played this character now for probably a total of maybe 4 or 5 hours. I had an Orc Hill group last night. It was pretty fun. If I were looking for a classic experience, I would not play here. You're not going to get that. You're definitely not going to get that. For one, when you die, there's no penalty. There is a penalty starting at level 6 of XP loss, but other than that, there's no corpse runs. There's no corpse runs. So I know a lot of people don't like corpse runs or anything, but I personally think without the corpse runs, it really changes just the way the game feels. You don't get that classic feel without the corpse runs. Like I said, I ran from Hollis to G-Fay last night and had to run through High Pass and Kithcore and all that. And, it wasn't as thrilling, I guess, or as scary as it would be if you knew that you had no bind. And I was only level 4 and I did it. But it didn't have that excitement that I think a lot of people like. That's just me. I mean, I think doing that run, or Kinos to Freeport, at low level, is one of the most exciting things I've ever done in Everquest. Period. Counting any raids and high level shit, I think that right there is one of the most exciting things. So if you're thinking of coming to this server for like a classic experience, I would say don't do it. You're not going to get it. I would say definitely do P99 if the classic experience is what you're after. If you like the old game and want to play the old game, go to P99. If you want to just start fresh and progress past Velius, then here's a good choice. Here or one of the other TLP servers, which I believe are in. I'm not sure where they are. Cunard, Velius, I don't know. But yeah, this is a good bit easier than P99, mainly because no corpse runs, maps. Find is in the game, so you can just pull up the find window and be like, alright, I want to find whatever, and it'll give you a path to it. So find is there. You can turn off the new graphics if you want and make it look a little more classic. Also should mention, you do have the new versions of zones. So Common Lands, for example, is just one zone. It's not split like it, used to be. New Freeport is in the game. Shit drops off mobs that's not supposed to, so it doesn't look like they really got super thorough like the people from P99 did with making a classic, kind of experience. But I'm not sure if that's what this is even supposed to be. I think it's just supposed to be progression, server. It kind of feels like a race to me, like a race to the top. I don't know. So will I keep playing on it? I don't know. It's fun. I've had some fun on it, but as I've played my shaman here, I'm like, why do I not just go back to my characters on P99? Because that's a hell of a lot more fun. To me, anyway. And I'd say it's more fun mainly because of that fear element that you get with Classic of knowing that, you know, that if you die, you're gonna have to go get your corpse back. For example, I logged on to P99. I haven't played in a while over there. Onto my mage, and I said, all right, I'm not gonna get a port. I'm gonna run from the over there where I was camping back to the tunnel, and man, that was fun. Because, you know, you have the little outposts over there, and I'm a high elf mage. I can't go in there. So I had to figure out a way to get onto that boat, which I did. And it was really exciting, and it was a lot of fun. So if you're the kind of player who likes that kind of thing, I don't think you're going to like this server very much. But if you want to start fresh and you want to play through the game, play through pop and all that, then yeah, you probably will like this server. And if you were tired of all the, you know, people just boxing and stuff, there should be less of that here. I mean, I don't know. I have no way to tell. I've seen a few people that look like they were boxing, but I don't know. I mean, maybe just a single box, but hopefully on this server you won't have full groups that are boxed. I mean, I think that's the point. But yeah, so that's basically what this server is. A new expansion every 3 months. And it's a no-box server. No box meaning if you want a box, you have to have multiple computers to do it. And it doesn't allow any kind of tools to let you run multiple instances of EQ from one machine. That's what they say anyway. I mean, I have no idea if it works because I don't box, but that's what it is. So yeah, I mean, you can just tell by looking at it. You know, it looks a lot different from Classic. It's the fresher graphics, because I remember just GFA alone is a lot darker, like on P99. So yeah, if you're looking for a classic experience, I highly recommend P99. It's awesome what they've done with that. I played off and on that server for a long time, and I got to give it up to those guys, whoever you know, created that. They did a fantastic job. So if you like Classic Quest and you're looking to come back to play the classic, what you remember game, and you're thinking about coming to one of these TLP servers or P99, if you love Classic, P99, 100%. There is no question. If you want to, if you're maybe you don't have time though, you know, because Classic is difficult and things take more time, and you want something similar but a little easier, and you want to pay money, then I would say, you know, come to TLP. It's still fun. I mean, I'm not saying it's not fun, it sucks or anything, but it's, you know, definitely not Classic. So yeah, that's about it. That's what this server is. So just wanted to give everyone a little kind of review and explain what this new server is. No box, new expansion every 3 months. There you go. Thanks for watching.